should be eliminated. You're back in high school. You're sitting at a desk and your teacher just gave you a green Scantron and you're getting up to sharpen your pencil. As you go to sit back down, your heart starts beating really fast and your palms are sweaty and you feel a sense of pressure to do well on this test because it'll affect your academic career. That's how it feels before taking a standardized test, and that's how I felt. Standardized testing should be eliminated from schools because it does not accurately reflect the information the student knows and understands. Younger generations may have to go through standardized testing. Just because we did doesn't mean they have to too. Standardized testing causes test anxiety, test fatigue, and limits teachers and limits the creativity of the students, and that's why it should be eliminated. Let us begin with test anxiety and how it negatively affects a person's score. Test anxiety and fatigue and how it affects the student's score. It causes the student to not do well even if they know it. The feeling of the pressure overrides their thoughts and what they have learned throughout the year and what they have studied and makes them not do well on the test. According to the Hardminger's website by Yaha Lambrimi, students know that taking these tests could shape the rest of the future, which puts a lot of pressure on them to test well. It can overwhelm them and cause them a lot of stress, involving the pressure of doing well and their academic career. Studying too much before they go to sleep could affect how they sleep and could cause test fatigue. This would make them not concentrate on the test and concentrate on wanting to go to sleep. Also, test anxiety and test fatigue go hand in hand. Test anxiety could cause the student to have test fatigue because they did not sleep well worrying about the test. Multiple tests can cause a teacher to not know what is on the test. This leads us into how standardized testing limits teachers. It does not allow teachers to focus on their other curriculum. The teachers are set in what the student needs to know for the test, so they try to get through that, and the student will not get the other curriculum it needs to be taught throughout the year. Their pay is tied to if the student does well. According to BritannicaProcon.org, there's almost certain to be a significant mismatch between what's taught and what is tested. Teachers get very confused during teaching the student and they might not know the style of the test, so the teacher does not teach what is known to be on the test. In a study by Nick Franz, he wrote an article called Preschool Kindergarten Teachers' Conceptions of Standardized Testing. Many teachers stated that the test could double-check teachers' work and put more pressure on teachers as well. It takes away their freedom of teaching, which is said in the article. The test itself in the article was not suitable for children and ultimately shows that tests make children think above their education. In elementary school, a test may be a lot harder than what is showcased in the classroom and may make the children feel overwhelmed and they won't do good on the test, causing the teachers to not get paid well and the teachers feel defeated because they didn't teach the child well. Tests are strict and cause students to not show creativity, which leads us into why standardized testing limits creativity in students. It causes students to not showcase reading or writing because a computer grades the paper and it does not meet requirements. And if it does not meet the requirements of the computer, it is wrong. The computer has a set thing that it grades, so it does not count what is right, even if it is in the different wording. According to InstituteForLearning.com, an article on 15 reasons why standardized tests are worthless by Thomas Armstrong, a student who writes a more creative answer in the margin of such a test, it doesn't realize that a human being won't even see the creative response. Students don't realize that when they put a creative writing on a test that the computer may not recognize the right answer, and they don't have a chance of doing well. In conclusion, standardized testing should be eliminated. Standardized testing should be eliminated because it does not accurately reflect the information the student knows and understands. Standardized testing should be abolished because of test anxiety, fatigue. It limits teachers and it limits the creativity of the student. No school teacher has ever had a former student return to say a standardized test changed his or her life. Joe Martin, the educator motivator.